Hi everyone, it's April Garwood from Banana Moon Studio. Today I am going to be continuing a series of videos to teach crocheters how to read written patterns. The thing that we'll be crocheting today is just going to be a small and simple ring-shaped motif that is part of a spring garland pattern that I've written. As always, find my latest free patterns, tutorials, and reviews on my website, bananamoonstudio.com. So let's go ahead and get started. The free pattern that I'm working from today to teach you how to read written patterns is my Gardens Galore garland. It's a spring garland you can use for decorating. But it has basically instructions for, let's see, 3, 4, 5 small motifs that can be combined to make this garland. And the one that I'm going to show you how to make today is this little ring back here. Now it has a tiny little heart on it in this picture, and that is the motif that I showed how to make in the last video in this series, but today we're going to do the ring that's behind it. You can get this free pattern on my website. Up here in the corner should be a little circle with an eye in it. That's a card. If you'll click that, you'll be able to go to my website where you can get this free pattern. It's free on my website, or I think you can purchase a PDF of this pattern for just a couple dollars if you would prefer to have it printed out like this. Anyhow, so we're going to be following the instructions for this ring, and it's very simple, so this will be brief. But another thing that you're going to want as you're trying to learn how to read written patterns is my free chart or list of crochet abbreviations and what they stand for. And now up here in the corner is another card that if you'll click that, you'll be able to go to my website where you can get a free downloadable and printable chart of 40 common crochet abbreviations, and that will be a big help to you as you're learning how to read patterns. But anyhow, so we're going to start by looking at what this says, and then I'm going to show you what that looks like when you do it. So it starts with CH8. CH is an abbreviation that stands for chain. So this says chain 8. So let's find the end of my yarn here. I am working today with Barocco Remix, which is made of recycled fibers. Okay, so I start by making my slip knot, tighten that up a little, and then I'm going to chain 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, what's next in my pattern? After the chain 8, it says join to first, CH means chain, join to first chain with SLST, which means slip stitch to form ring. So this says join to first chain with slip stitch to form ring. Okay, so what that's going to look like is I'm going to come back here to the first chain that I made, which is over here. And I'm going to go into the front side of it and go under both the front loop and the back loop. And I'm going to make a slip stitch where I just go through that and through this all at the same time. So now I have a ring. Okay, and then it says RND1. That means round 1. When we are crocheting in circles, we use the term round. If we're crocheting flat where we go back and forth in rows, then we use the term row there. But because I'm working in a circle here, I have R and D, which means round. So round 1. And then it says CH2, that means chain 2. And then in parentheses, I have this, does not count as a ST. ST means stitch. So this chain 2 that I'm about to do, it's not counting as a stitch. And that's important for me to know because down here I have a count of how many stitches are going to be in this round. And what it's important for me to know is that this chain 2, it doesn't count in that total. Okay? Separate my tail and my working yarn here. Okay, so now I chain 2. And then it says 20 DC, that's double crochet, 20 double crochet in ring. So what that is going to look like then is that I'm going to double crochet each time I'm going to put my hook in this big hole that I made. So I'll yarn over and go into my ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. And I'm going to do that until I have 20 stitches in this ring, remembering that this chain 2 that I made first, it doesn't count. So right now I have 1. There's 2. And 3. 4. 18, getting a little bit full here. Oops. So I might kind of squeeze those down a bit. 19 and 20. Now, if I need to check my work, I can count backwards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and there's my chain 2. So I'm good. I've got the right number. Now let's see what this says. Okay, so we're looking at the ring. After 20 double crochet in ring, it says join to first ST, that's stitch, with SLST, that's slip stitch. So I will join to first stitch with slip stitch. So what that looks like then is to find the top of the first stitch that I did, and here's my first stitch right here. That's my chain 2. There's my first stitch and the top of it is here. So I'll go into that first stitch, and a slip stitch is where I pull the yarn through the stitch and this loop at the same time. And then it says dash 20 stitches. That is the count of how many stitches I did in this round, which I counted just a moment ago. And then it says fasten off. So this is just a really simple little ring. It's just this one round. So fastening off means that I'm going to cut my yarn, leaving it at least 6 inches long. We never want to cut our ends shorter than that. And then I'm going to yarn over and pull that all the way through this loop. Pull that a little bit snug, and then I will use a yarn needle to weave both of my ends into the back so that they're, you know, right now this is not weaving them in. I'm just kind of hiding them behind here, but I'll use a yarn needle to actually weave them into the stitches, and then I have my completed ring. So that is how you read the pattern for this little crochet motif. And I am going to be continuing by making lots of videos to demonstrate how to read small patterns, so that hopefully in the future you can translate those skills that you're using into larger patterns to be able to make the things that you would like to. So thank you for joining me today. As always, find my latest at bananamoonstudio.com. And please remember to hit that like button for me and subscribe and share and comment on this video. Thanks very much. I hope you all have a nice day.